This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So what is the previous topic we have discussed? We have discussed something like a recovery scenario, right? We have seen something like a recovery scenario. What is the recovery scenario? What is the use of the recovery scenario? But practically, we would not see the recovery scenario. We are going to see now, guys. That is one thing. We'll see the recovery scenario, how the recovery, you are going to create the recovery scenario, everything we are going to see this. Before seeing that recovery scenario, I have created some test cases, how you are going to do it in the real time. So how you are going to do the folder format, everything in the real time, I have created this. See here. In real time, so see here, just have created some scenarios, test cases. So always the test cases are the modules you are going to create like this case first. So it's a demo web shop. I have created a module here. In this module, I have created registration details. One folder I have created. I have created one folder like a user login. Just I am creating the folder. Inside the registration details, I have all the modules. And you have a login I have created. In the login, I have all the modules. This is one thing how you are going to create in the module section. In the module section, for everyone, you are going to create a folder. Inside this, you are going to keep the modules. So just you are going to create one folder. Inside that, you are going to keep the modules. So it will be clear for you by seeing this. So this folder is a registration details folder, and this folder is a user login folder. So it will be clear for you. When you come to the test cases, you are going to create one folder. Inside this, you are going to create a test case. You know that. Okay. Now, this is a test case I have created. In the test cases also, I have created 3 folders case. In all the test cases, this is the default one where you have 3 folders like this. So these are the 3 folders in a test case. We have something like a pre-condition, we have a post condition, we have a process. So like this, you are going to write a test case. Every test case, see here, every test case, you have the 3 folders like this. Every test case, you have 3 folders like this. Okay. We have a pre-condition, we have a process, and you have a post condition. Okay. When you go for login test case, first we'll take an example of this. In this pre-condition, here I am going to add some steps. Pre-condition. What login test case has to do? It has to open the URL. If the URL is small, it has to maximize the URL. So if the URL is small or something, if you want to maximize the URL, it will maximize the URL. These 2 things I have mentioned here. These 2 things I have mentioned here. So in the precondition, I have given only 2 steps. First one is to open the URL. Second one is to maximize the URL. And see the post condition is. Post condition, I need to close the browser. Just I need to close the browser. And we have a process here, guys. We have a process. The entire test case execution will be in the process only. The entire test case execution will be in the process only. So now I am going to open this. Here in the process, I have created one folder here. This is a login folder. Okay. I have created one folder. It's a login. So in the login, so this has to click. I have entire login test case steps I have given here. This entire login test case steps I have given here. So in the process, I have created one login folder here. So in this, I have given the steps. Demo web shop. That is, it is going to click on this login. Then it is going to enter the details. Then it is going to log out. So all the information I am providing here, all the information in the login. Okay. Sometimes what happens means, see here, the same test case, there is a precondition and a process and post condition. Okay. Like this, you need to create it so that you can get clear what exactly you are going to do it. Now see here, guys. We have some other test cases. I need to do the user registration, then I need to log in. Go for this test case. In this test case, also I have precondition and post condition, but the process I have 2 folders. One is user registration, one is for the login. One is for the user registration and one is for the login. If I want to execute this, any of the test case, directly I can execute from here. Right click. I'm going to run in Scratchbook here. So it is going to do the registration. So email ID, log out. With the same email, it is going to log in, guys. With the same email, what has been created. I have given the buffer here, guys. to save the value and use it here. And finally, it is going to log out. And it is going to close the browser. It is going to process the results. You can see the results also clearly here. See here. Open URL, each T-box window, like a demo web shop, each and every step you can able to see it clear. Each and every step, what it has been done, you can able to see it clear. The results. You can see here also. Demo web shop, after that has been registered, that is, it is going to click on this, then it is going to register. Okay, then it is going to log out. Then it is going to click on login. It is going to enter the login detail. It is going to log out. Then close the browser. Step by step, you can able to see the results. Okay. So whenever you are going to work with the real time, you need to create, this is the folder format what they are going to create, so that you can able to use this, reuse this whenever you want case. See here, this is the folder format. This is a login test case. This is only for the user registration. I have done it. This user registration as well as login. I have done it. Okay. Now, if you want user registration, I'm going to execute only for the user registration. Right click. I'm going to run this. It will do only user registration. Just it is going to register. It is going to log out. So like this, you can able to do it, guys. Like this, you can able to do it. You need to create a separate folder for the pre-condition and the process and the post condition. So this is one thing which you need to follow. Okay. Next, I need to create some recovery scenario. I need to create some recovery scenario. For recovery scenario also, just what you can do it means, I can create a folder here, guys. I can create one folder here. Okay. I'm going to give it as a recovery scenario. Recovery scenario 1. Okay. Recovery scenario 1. Okay. In this, I need to create a recovery scenario. In this, I need to create, in the previous class I told you, you need to create a recovery scenario like this. Like this, you need to create recovery scenarios. In this inside, you need to create a scenario like this. In the previous class I told you. The same thing, I'm going to right click here. First, I need to create a recovery scenario. We have something called create recovery scenario collection. You need to create like this. Okay. Recovery scenario, you need to create like this. Okay. So I'm going to click on this. Guys, getting or not? Just I'm creating a recovery scenario. I've created one folder. Just I have created one folder. Inside the folder, I need to create a recovery scenario. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to click on this. So it is going to create like this. It is going to create like this. It's a group of recovery scenarios where you can able to keep inside this. Okay. You know this, what is the recovery scenario? If a particular step fail, what you need to do with the application? Good. And Tosca needs to recover the application from abnormal state to normal state. In the previous class, I told you what is the recovery scenario. Errors, unexpected values has to do. Recovery, I told you in the previous, it will execute only. Guys, just a moment, guys. Maybe it's a network break or something. So, can you able to hear me now clearly? Guys, can you able to hear me now, clearly now?
Yes, sir.
Now it is clear, right? Previously there's a network issue. There is a network issue. It has been okay. Little better you are saying, but it's okay. Just give me one moment, guys. I'll check it. Give me one moment. So now the voice is clear, guys. We'll continue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now see here. So recovery scenario, previously I told you, if there is a test step fail, if there is any error occurs, so what you need to do with the application? What application need to do? So how it is going to recover from abnormal events to the normal events? That is something like a recovery scenario. Recovery scenarios will execute only in the execution section, but we are going to create the recovery scenarios. We are going to create the recovery scenarios in the test case section, but recovery scenarios will execute only in the execution section. Only at the time of execution only recovery scenarios will execute. Okay. Now see here what I am going to do it. So I am going to create, right click on this. There's a plus mark. I am going to create a recovery scenarios. I am going to create a recovery scenario here. Okay. Click on this. Okay. Any name you can give it. Okay. I can mention it's a login recovery scenario. If there is any issue with the login button, so I am creating some recovery scenario. Just I have created. We have created. Okay. Now see here. We are creating it in the test case section only. We are creating here. We are creating the test case section only. We are going to create this. Okay. Now you can see the recovery scenario. If you want, you can see, go to the project. In the project, we have settings. Okay. Here you have, wait, it is opening this. In the project settings, we have something like T box here. In the T box, we need to select the recovery. T box. We have something like recovery. Okay. Here you can able to see on dialog failure, what it has to do it. So if there is one dialog box is there, okay, one box is going to come, the error box or something, what you need to choose. On exception failure, what it has to, so everything is recovered. On verification failure, we need to recover. If test case is going to fail, it is trying to recover maximum number of times is 1. But if you want, you can change the values here. Yes. If you want, you can change the values here. So if the test case is going to fail, we are going to say try to retrieve 1 time. If any step inside the test case, there is a test step. If it is going to fail, it's a 2 times. If it is a test step value, we are asking to retry for 3 times. Please. 3 times. Okay. Now see here. Please. So this is the thing. So I have already kept it. Recover, recover, recover. I need to keep it here. We have kept it for the recovery scenarios. Okay. Now I'm going to create, I'm going to keep a test case here, guys. I'm going to keep a test case here. Wait, it is taking some time. It has been stuck. Just give me something. Yes, we'll check it. What is happening? So this one is okay. So what I can do it with, maybe I can close it and I can open this. Like I'll check it once, guys. If possible, I'll close the Tosca and open it once. Activity is running. Okay. I'll try to open again this. Okay. Okay, guys, just like we can go through this. So I'm going to create a recovery scenario. Previously, what we have created, it's not saved here, guys. We have created, it's not saved here. I'm going to create a recovery scenario now. I'm going to keep it as name as recovery scenario 1. So inside that, I'm going to create a recovery scenario. You need to go here, create recovery scenario. Okay. Inside this folder, I'm going to create one recovery scenarios. So I will give this recovery scenarios. If there is any issue with the login, it has to take care of this. So this is the thing first. So after this, I'm going to add a test case for this. I'm going to add a test case for this. So I will take one test case from here. Just I will take a login test case. See here, I'm copying the login test case from here. Copying. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to paste it here. So from there, I'm going to take a login test case. I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Now see here, in this test case, if I'm going to execute this test case will execute. Everything will execute. Process, everything it is there, it is going to execute. Now, see here, I'm trying to execute this test case. It will execute this. Now see here. So we'll check it this. It has to log in. Okay. So it is going to log out and it is going to close it. I'll go here. What I'm going to do, it means I'm going to add one recovery step here, guys. I'm going to add one recovery step here. Recovery step. There is a process. I have it in the process. I have this. What it is going to do, it means it is going to click on login. It is going to click on login. It is going to click on login. I am going to copy this step. I am going to keep in this. I am doing keeping this recovery scenario. In this recovery scenario, I am going to keep it login. So just a login step. See here, guys. I am copying this login step. Just I am copying this login. This login. I am going to paste it in this. I am going to paste here. Okay. Now see here, guys. I am going to paste only the login step here. Only the login step. I am going to paste it. Okay. Okay. I am going to paste it here, guys. Now also, if you are going to execute this, same thing will execute. The same thing will execute. Same test case will execute. Same test case will execute this. If I am going to execute also, okay, the same thing will execute. Same thing. If I'm going to write, it will execute. But what I will do it here means, I'll go to the process. So this is the login. Login. I'm going to disable this test step. See here, just I'm disabling. So I'm making this test step not to work. Just I'm going to disable. Just I have disabled this. Now I'm going to try to execute this. I'm trying to execute this. I'm trying to execute this. So if you are not getting the thing, I'm going to type it here, guys. Just I'm going to type it here, what exactly I have done it. First, I have created recovery scenario. I have created recovery scenario. Okay. In the recovery scenario, inside the recovery scenario, I'm going to keep login. Login means what this step has to do means in the login page, it has to click on login. I'm going to keep it. It has to click on login. Okay. It has to click on login. Okay. Now, third step, we have a test case here, guys. In that we have a test case. Okay. In the test case, I have three steps. That is a process case. First one is login. Okay. Second one is I need to enter login credentials and click on login. Click on login. And third step is logout. So these three steps are there. These three steps are there. Okay. So these are test case. I have three steps. Okay. This one is it has to click on login. Click on login. Okay. Now in recovery scenario, what will happen is already I kept this click on login. If sometimes if this login but this step is not working, now I'm going to make this step disabled. If this step I am going to make it as disabled. Disable means this step will not work. This step will not work. If the step will not work also, it will take the step which is in the recovery scenario, it will continue the process. So I'm going to make this click on login disabled. I'm going to make it as disabled. If I'm going to make it disable also, if I'm going to make it disable also, it will work, okay, by taking the step which is in the recovery scenario. By taking the step in the recovery scenario. But this will work, again I'm saying this. This scenario, this recovery, or this scenario will work only in execution. Only in execution, not in test case section. Only in execution, not in test case section. If you are clear with the scenario, what I have explained here, I will show in the real time, guys. This one is clear, guys, what I am saying here. Getting or not, guys, I want you people to respond a little bit. If you are okay, I can do it. Guys, you people are getting or not, or you want me to repeat also, I can repeat it. Can you understand the scenario, what I have explained here, till here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now see here, what I have done it here means first I have created a recovery scenario. In the recovery scenario, I'm going to keep it login. I'm going to keep it as login. I have created recovery scenario, I have kept the label. Now same login test case is there. When in the login test case, if this login is not working also, it will take from here recovery scenario, it will continue the process. But this will be happen only in the execution section, not in the test case section. Okay, now I'll come here. So I'll go to the process. In this step, right, this step I am going to disable, guys. Disable. I'm going to right click here. Okay, see here, normally if I am going to enable now, the step will be like this. The string, it will be get highlighted. Yeah, but now right click, I'm going to right click here. I'm going to disable. Now see here, the string is getting like you cannot able. It's a, like because I'm going to disable the step. Now I'm trying to execute this one, guys. Now I'm trying to execute this one. I have disabled. I'm going to try to execute this. See here, guys, right click. I am going to run in Scratchbook. This will execute or not, guys? I want from your side, this will execute or not? This will execute or not, guys?
No, sir.
Why it will not execute?
Because it is unable to click login
Okay, very good.
button.
See here, you can see this. Now see here. So no matching tab was found because it is not going to click on this. It is not able to click. It is not able to click on login. So you can able to see here. You can able to see here. The page is there. It is not going to click on this. Now I'll try to execute the same test case. I'm trying to execute the same test case in the execution section, guys. I'm trying to execute the same test case in the execution section. You can able to see it, guys. I'll go to the execution section. Okay. You know that how to execute the test case in the execution section. So first I'm going to create one folder. So I'll give anything like the name of this. Normally they will give the name, a demo web shop, demo web shop. So I'm going to give it. In this demo web shop, I'm going to right click here. I'm going to create an execution list, create an execution list of folders. Okay, execution list of folders for the demo web shop. I have a lot of execution list, anything we can. Execution list. In the execution list, I'm going to create execution list. So this execution list for login, I'm going to keep it. Login, execution list or something I'm going to keep. Now I'm going to drag and drop the test case here. I need to drop the test case from the test case section to here. See here, I'll go here. I'm going to drag this test case. I'm going to drag this test case. Okay. Now see here. Now see here, guys. Now see here. I need to drag and drop the test case. Before that, we have three work states here, guys. You can see the work states here. Three work states. Planned is there, then in work and completed. Okay. Whenever you are preparing the test cases here, automatically it is in planned. It is in planned because I am preparing the test case. In work means you are trying to here enter the details. You are going to try to enter the details in between the work. In between the work, it is in work. And you are going to try to execute in a scratch book. All these things will complete in the completed. Plan means you are planning the test case. In work means you are middle of that, you are doing some work. Complete means now test case is completed. I am going to keep it as completed state here. Work state is completed. Now I am going to save this. Work state is completed. Now I am going to drag and drop this test case. I am going to drag it. I'll go to the execution. I am going to drop here. So the now test case is here. It is in completed state. You need to keep the test cases when you are drag and drop. It should be in a completed state. Completed state. So people can understand this test case is completed. This test case is completed. In the execution section, it is the same test case. Now I'll try to execute this test case. I'll go to login. See here. Here also right click. You can able to execute. So I'm going to give the right click here. I'll run this test case. Now this will execute or not, you will see it is. Now see here, it's working. How it is working here, guys? Previous it's not working, right? How it is working here? See, in the same test case, I will go to the test case section. Same test case, I'll go to the test case section. I'll go to the test case section. Okay. Same test case, I will execute there because the browser is not closing, it's showing the error. I'll go to the test case section. I'll go to the test case section. Okay. In the same test case section, I'll try to execute this. I'll try to execute this. In the test case section, I will try to execute this. I am going to right click. I am going to run in test case section. It is not executing here. But the same test case it is going to execute, it's not executing. The test case is not executing here. Why? Means recovery scenarios will work only in the execution section only. I will go to the execution section. Right click, run. Right click, run. So I'm going to close this case. Now we'll see this. It has to click on login. Now see here, it has to click here. Why? Means recovery scenario is going to activate here. See here, it is going to click on this. But there it is not clicking. It is going to click on login. It has to click on logout. So here recovery scenario is working here. Here recovery scenario is working here. Okay. Now see here this. So that is the process. Here recovery scenario is working here. So it is executing. It is executing here. Recovery scenario is working. So it is executing. This is the now this results. This is the okay. Now see, you can see here also. Here the test step is going to fail here, but recovery scenario will come. It will try to log in. It is going to execute it. See here with the following properties. It's not able to find out here, but recovery scenario will come here. So it is going to log in. It will continue the process. It will continue the process. You can able to see here this. Getting what is the use of the recovery scenario test? Getting or not? Yes, no. Guys, my voice is clear, right? That is one thing. My voice is clear, right? So did you understand what is the recovery scenario, guys? We'll go for the next topic.
Yes, sir.
We'll go for the next topic. Okay. So next topic, what is the next topic means? We'll see something like test case design. Test case design. We'll see something like test case design, guys. Test case design. What exactly we are going to do in the test case design means, see here, we are going to prepare some test data and we are going to give it to them. Multiple sets of test data we can able to give it to guys. Multiple sets of test data. See here, test case design. Test case design means you have something like here, we have the four things guys in the test case design. These are the four things, important things. We have something like test case template means it's a process there. Test case template is a process there. And we have the test sheet which will have the holds the test data. Test case data you can able to provide in the test sheet. And you can provide some template instances here. And you are going to use some attributes also. Attributes means which will hold the data. Which will hold the data. Okay. So what is the use of the test case design means? It is used to create the test cases with multiple sets of data. See here, I have login. I have same login. I want to execute for 5 times with different email IDs and different passwords. So test case design is used to create test cases with multiple sets of data. Multiple sets of data here. You are going to do it. Multiple sets of data. So you are going to give the data in the test sheet here. You are going to provide the data in the test sheet and you are going to try to execute that case. You are going to execute that. In a sheet, you are going to give this case. In a sheet, you are going to give this. Test data, you are going to give it in a sheet. So we'll try it once, how we are going to give it the data in the test sheets. How we are going to give the data in the test sheets. Okay. Now, what I am going to do it means, first see here, test case design means you are going to give the test data here. The first thing what you know, you are going to provide the test data here for the test cases. You are going to provide the test data here for the test cases. If you want, I can type it separately. So TCD, it's a test case design. Test case design. What you are going to do it here means you are going to execute test cases by providing test data here. By providing multiple sets of test data. Test data. So you are going to provide test data here in the test data sheet. You are going to provide test data in the sheet, in the test sheet, I can say. You are going to provide the test data in the test sheet. Okay. And you are going to provide the test data here again. TCD means you are going to provide the test data here. Test data you are going to provide and you are going to link it to the test cases. You are going to link it to the test cases. Okay. You are going to link it to the test cases. What I am going to do here is I will take a login test case. I will take a login test case. Okay. For the login test case, okay, I need to execute login test case for 3 times, or I need to provide 3 test data for this. 3 test data for one test case. I need to provide the 3 test data for one test case. Okay. Now what I am going to do it first means, first I will go to the TCD. In the TCD, okay, I am going to first I am going to click on the test sheet. See here. First I will go to the TCD. I am going to right click here. I am going to create a folder. I'll use something like TC test case design 2. Test case design 2 is the folder. Okay. Now what I'm going to do it means, I'm going to right click here. I'm going to see here guys, step one by one, right? That is a test sheet. I need to go for the test sheet. I need to create a test sheet here guys. I need to create a test sheet. Okay, create a test sheet. Okay, I'll give something. It is for login sheet. For login sheet, I'm going to enter the login data here. Login one or something. Okay. Now on the test sheet, see here guys, I'm going to right click on the test sheet. I need to create something like attribute. Attribute means whether it is a for which data you need to provide, for which value you need to provide the data. Okay, I'm going to select this. I want to enter email. For email, I need to enter the data. So first I have created a folder. In this folder, I have created a test sheet. In the sheet, I have created email. So I'll write it here. TCD, what I have done it, step by step. First, I have created a folder here. Okay. First, I have created a folder. Okay. From folder, I have created something like test sheet. From test sheet, I am going to create a attribute. So I want to like enter the details for email. So email is the attribute here. Okay. These things I have done it. Yes. These things I have done it. Okay. Now I'll go here. I need to create some instance. Instance means multiple values you are going to give it in the instance here. So I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to create something like instance. See here. I'm going to create an instance. Okay. I'm going to create an instance. Now see here. From this email, then attributes, I need to create instance. Okay. In instance, I need to give the values. Now see here. I have created an instance. Now I'm going to give the first value. It has to log in with murthy.c at cognizant.com. All the whatever the values you want, you are going to give it here, guys. So first value. It has to execute with this. This is the first value. I will give all the values, guys. You can see one by one. Okay. Again, I am going to create an instance. Right click. I need one more value. Okay. I'll give something like murthy.c at outlook.com. Second value. I need one more value. Again, go to the here, right click on this, create an instance. I'll give something like murthy.c1 at outlook.com. So 3 times I have given the mail IDs. So the same test case has to execute with 3 email IDs. So if you have passwords also, you can give the password. We don't have any issues. We can create one more instance. We can give the passwords also. We can give the first I have given only the email ID. Now what you need to do it means, see here. I need to go here, right click on this. You need to create. Okay. For this again an instance. We need to create an instance. Okay. Again we need to create an instance. Okay. Now for this I need to create some test cases. I need to use it. I need to create an instance here. See here. I am going to give here right click. So I need to create an instance. So it will create an instance here. I'll give something like TC1, test case 1. I am going to give it. First one. Okay. Now again I am going to right click on this login. I am going to create an instance. TC2. I am going to create it. Now again I am going to right click here. Instance TC3. So 3 test cases. TC3. Okay. Now see here in the email field, If I'm going to click on this, these will come. So we need to select. See here, it will come in the drop down. First one is this one. First test case, use this data. I'm saying first test case, use this data. Second test case, use the second value. See here, second value. Third test case, enter the third value. So like this, you need to create a test sheets. You need to create a test sheets. Like this, you need to create a test sheets. If you are clear with this, then I will go for the next one. Till here, you are clear or not? Let me know this. What I have done it. Till here, you have cleared or not? Then I need to go to the test case section. If you are clear with this, let me know. I will go to the test case section. What I
Yes,
have
sir.
done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll go to the test case section. So I have created here. This one I am going to use it in the test case section. I am going to use it in the test case section. Okay. Now see here. I'll go here to the test case section. Okay. So now I'm going to create one test case, one new test case I'm going to create here. So I'll give the name as TCD2. So I'm using the folder TCD2. So already have created one. Okay. TCD2. I want to copy a basic test case. You know this one. Login is a basic test case. I'm going to copy a basic test case here. I'll keep it in the TCD2. So you people are clear with this. So in the TCD, I have one test case here. Okay. I have one test case. Now, first thing is when you come to the test case section, so this is what you have done it in the instances. After this, what you have added, add test data. I have created, I have added the data, that is the email IDs. Okay. Now I'll come to the test case section. Test case section. In the test case section, what you need to do it means first one is first step, you need to convert test case into template. First one, you need to convert test case into template. Okay. And second one, after this, attach test sheet. Okay. Okay. Next, what you can do, you can check for template. Check for okay whether the template has been converted or not. I can say check for template has been converted or not. Is this any errors in the template? Check errors in the template. Any issues are there, you need to do it. Check errors in the template. Second step. Okay. Now third step. What you need to do is the third step means what you need to do it means I need to attach test sheet from TCD test case design to test case section. Test case section. I need to do this. So this is one thing I need to do. I need to convert test case into template. Okay. I need to do it and check the errors in the template. And I need to attach the test sheet from the test case design section to test template. And fourth one, I need to drag and drop. I need to attributes to the values. Attributes. Okay. I need to drag and drop the attributes. So I'll show one by one. Just see here. These are the 4 steps. If the 4 steps are done, we can execute the test case. These are the 4 steps. So we'll see the first step. I'll go here. I'll right click on the test case. I need to convert into a template. See here. Convert to template. Convert to template. I'm going to click on this. Okay. Whenever it is going to convert to template, you can see some T symbol is going to come here. In the before test cases, you don't have anything T symbol. When you are going to convert to template, you can able to see some T symbol here. Okay. You can see some T symbol here. It is going to convert to template. Okay. If you want to check for any template errors, right click here. You have something like check template. Now see, no errors found in template test case login. There is no errors. Okay. Now you can see here this side. I click on the login. You can see something schema path and schema name. Nothing is there. Schema path and schema name. You can see here again. Schema path and schema name. Nothing is there. Now I want to drag. See here guys. Nothing. Again I'm saying schema path and schema name. Nothing is there. When I am going to drag it, the test case. Okay. Test when I'm going to drag it, the test case design templates to here. Schema name will be get filled auto filled. Schema name will get auto filled. Schema name is not there. It is going to see if you want to check whether the test sheet is attached or not. If you want to check test sheet is attached or not, you need to check the schema name. Here you can see whether the test sheet is attached or not. Okay. Now what I'm going to do it means I will go to the TCD section. I need to drag this one. I need to drag this login template. See here. From here also I can drag it. I'm going to drag it. I will go to the test case section. I need to drop it on this test case only. On this test case, I'm going to drop it. Now schema name is nothing. I'm going to drop it. Now see here that schema name has been changed. You can see something like test case, something test sheet login. You can see here test sheet login, test sheet login, test sheet login. Okay. You can able to see here schema name. Before the schema name is nothing. Schema name is nothing. Now see here. You can able to see here this test sheet. That is something like a login. You can able to see it. Okay. Till here clear guys what I'm saying? Till here clear or not?
Yes, sir.
What I have done. Okay. Now I'll go to the process. I'll go to the process. In the process, I have email IDs, right? I'll remove the email IDs, please. I'll remove the email IDs. Guys, I want you people to practice this. Okay. I am removing this email IDs. I'm going to delete this email ID. Okay. So I need to drag and drop. I need to drag and drop the email ID which is there in the test case design. I'll go here. This email I'm going to take it. Okay. I'm going to drag and drop here. See here. Here I'm going in the email place. I'm going to drag and drop. So Excel of email you'll get it. You'll get something like Excel of email. Excel of email you are going to get it. You are going to get Excel of email. You are going to get like this. Okay. Then after this, I need to go to the test case. The final step. This is the final step, guys. Final step. I need to right click here. Okay. I need to right click here. Okay. I need to create here. I need to create. Okay. I need to create template instance. Template instance means see here, guys. You can see one more thing here. I have created templates. Now I'm going to right click on the template. You will not get the run option here. You can see that there is no run option. So if you want to run a template, okay, you need to create a template instance. See here, guys. I'm going to right click on this. There is no run option here. There is no run option here. Now you need to create something like template instance. I need to right click here. There is a 3 dots here. Go here. You have something like template instance. You need to create a template instance. I'm going to click on this. Start initiation now. Yes, start. Now see here. Here you can see here one template instance has been created. So I have a test case here, which is a template. If you want to execute this test case, right click, you will not get any run option at all. So you need to create something like template instance. Now I am going to right click here. I am going to run this. Observe this case. I am running this. So I'm going to teach you once again from starting, guys. This one is very important. I am going to teach you from starting again. Just see here once what is happening. What is happening? Just you can see here. It is going to log in, entering the data. It is going to click on login. So log out with the first name. So then it is going to check for the second name. second name. So third name. So it is going to execute with the different names. Now see here, you can see here. So first one, it has been logged in with the different values. Second one, it is good like this. You can able to execute a single test case with multiple sets of values. You can able to execute a single test case with multiple sets of values. Single test case you can able to execute with multiple sets of values. Getting or not guys? So you can able to see it here. So this is the use of test case design section. So we can able to attach Excel sheet also here. We can able to attach Excel sheet also here. Okay, I'll teach you how you are going to provide a data in Excel sheet, how you are going to attach also. I'm going to teach you this. So I'm going to stop this recording.